Hello and welcome to
Samba Drumming Episode 4 with Tim
and Dave.
In this episode, we'll be adding some break sections to our piece Buy On, as well as learning about what a build is.
If you need to, you can press pause on the video and get all of the instruments ready and get in your block formation.
Let's get started. First of all, can you say the word build? A build is a dynamic 16-beat crescendo. It can add excitement to a piece of music and also create a transition or a movement between a quiet bit and a loud bit.
We'll start by clapping it. And here's what a build or a 16-beat crescendo sounds like.
It can help to remember how many beats there are in the build by counting them in your mind. In this case, there are 16 beats, so we'll count from 1 to 8 twice. We'll learn the rhythm in a call and response, clapping first. I'll do the call.
And I'll do the response with you.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's try the exact same thing on our instruments. Same again, I'll do the call.
And I'll do the response with you. Now, press pause and have a go at getting your 16-beat crescendo build working together. See how quietly you can start and how loud you get to by the 16th beat. Remember to count it in 2 groups of 8. Have a go. Press pause. Good luck. Welcome back. Did you manage to get your build to crescendo from really quiet to really loud? And did you all finish on the last beat?
Now let's take a look back at our piece Buy On from where we left off last time. Have a quick look at the video, which is exactly the same as in the last session. See if you can recognize and remember all the different parts.
Now, press pause on the video and have a go at playing through the piece from the last episode, just to refresh your memories. And remember, you can always play it once, then rotate your block, then play it again. Do as many rotations as you feel so that everybody is comfortable with the Buy On groove. How did that go? Did you manage to get through the groove? Did you manage to do some rotations? If you did, fantastic work. If you didn't, it really doesn't matter. You'll always find that as we progress through the episode, you'll get better and better and better at playing each groove that we're working on. Practice makes better.
So now let's take a look at our breaks, starting with break 1. Now you'll see in this session that our signals for the breaks are the same. Break 1 signifies the surdo section playing their break. So the break for the surdo section is easy. It just involves playing the surdo part 4 times. But before we play it, I want to show you a little more advanced version of the surdo part. Just take a look at this. In the last session, our surdo pattern looked like this. Now our pattern is the same, but I'd like you to add a technique of a muted hit on the first beat. A muted hit is where you hit the beater against the skin and keep it there rather than letting it bounce. Just take a look. 1 muted hit, 1 bounced hit, like this. Now it is an advanced technique, so you don't need to be able to do it immediately. But when you're playing the surdo, just try and work towards doing the first hit on the surdo as a muted beat. You'll see in the video demonstrations that we've got, you'll see how we do it. Just keep trying. Take a look on the video at what break 1 looks like. We'll show you a few bars of the groove, then break 1, then a few more bars of the groove. Just watch and listen.
So surdos, that's your break. But it doesn't stop there, because what looks really interesting for an audience watching a batteria while there's just the surdo playing is what happens with the rest of the band. So when we're concentrating on these breaks now, what we want is groups 2, group 3, group 4, and maybe even our leader to do some kind of movement. Now a movement doesn't have to be a full-on dance routine, because me and Dave can't do it. It could just be something as simple as moving your beaters round in the air, all in sync together. And what it creates is this amazing effect that a batteria, even though they are not all playing, are still working together.
So press pause on the video and have a go at playing break 1 with just the surdos playing their phrase 4 times and then all the rest of the band back in. Remember, while the surdos are doing their break, do some dance moves. Press pause and have a go.
Welcome back! Did you manage to get the surdo break working, with group 1 playing and everybody else moving their arms and grooving and shaking? I bet it looks amazing.
Now let's take a look at break number 2. Break 2 is for the tamburims, and also the exact same pattern is played on the kasha, or the snare drum, and the heponique if you have one. Break 2 starts with 3 sets of our usual rhythm, the son clave, and on the 4th time we play a different pattern. Just take a look. Let's learn that 4th part of the phrase together. If you need some words to help remind you of the rhythm, you can say these words in your head. I like it hot on my plate. And then at the end, we're going to shout the name of our piece, Bayon, out loud. Let's try that call and response. I'll do the call.
I'll do the response with you.
Bayon.
Bayon!
I like it hot on my plate. Bayon!
Bayon!
I like it hot on my plate. Bayon!
Bayon!
I like it hot on my plate. Bayon!
Bayon!
So now let's look at the whole tam break together. So it's 3 phrases of I like fish and chips, and then the last phrase, the 4th time, is I like it hot on my plate, bayon, all together after the whistle. Here we go. Now press pause on the video and practice break 2.
Welcome back. Did you manage to get Group 2's break completed? Did everybody manage to finish with a big "Buy on" together? Now let's have a look at how break 2 fits into our piece. You'll see a little bit of the groove, then you'll see the break 2, and then you'll see a little bit of the groove. Have a look.
Now we'd like you to practice it. First of all, practice putting break 2 into the groove. Then try adding break 1 as well. Get comfortable with breaks 1 and 2 in the groove. Press pause and give it a go. Hello, welcome back. Did you manage to put breaks 1 and 2 into the piece? Well done if you did. Don't worry if you didn't yet. Let's just keep practicing. Now let's start learning break 3. Break 3 is 8 hits on the bell. Let's get a bell and have a look. Here's what the bell break sounds like. Low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Let's just have a go at clapping that call and response one time. If you've got bells, play it on the bells. If you don't, then clap it. I'll do the call.
I'll do the response with you.
Here we go. Low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high.
Low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high.
Well done. That's the bell break. Now after the bell break, the bells go into bell part 2. Here's what bell part 2 sounds like.
So bell part 2 is quite different to our bell part 1 and the break. To help us learn bell part 2, we've got some words that you can use. So when we've done the break, all the bells will move into bell part 2, and the words go like this. I like eating toast for my breakfast. I like eating toast for my breakfast. If I say the words while Dave plays it on the bell, it would sound like this. I like eating toast for my breakfast. I like eating toast for my breakfast. Let's try that as a call and response.
I'll do the call.
And I'll do the response with you.
Here we go. I like eating toast for my breakfast.
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 I like eating toast for my breakfast. Now we want you to press pause on the video and have a go at playing the bell break, which is the 8 notes from low to high, into bell part 2. Press pause and have a go.
Welcome back. Now we'd like you to have a look at a video that shows how the bell break and bell part 2 works going from groove to bell break, back into the groove. Just have a look, watch and listen.
As you can see from the video, when we've played the bell break and bell part 2, the bells stay on bell part 2 all the way through the next section of groove until another break, and that resets the bells back to bell part 1. Now this can be quite confusing and it's going to take a little bit of patience and practice until you master the art of moving from bell part 1 into the bell break and then staying on bell part 2 up until the next break. But it's really worthwhile persevering. Press pause and have a go at playing the groove into the bell break, into bell part 2, and then carry on with the groove. Press pause and have a go. Welcome back. Did you master getting from the groove into the bell break, into bell part 2 and back into the groove? I bet it's sounding amazing now, but you can always keep practicing. Now what we want to do is look at the structure of our piece as it stands. So our piece by on starts with our whistle introduction. After our whistle introduction, we move into our groove. The groove can last for as long as you wish. It can stay for 8, like we do, or you can multiply it and do 16. We then move into our break 1, which is for our surdos. We then move back into the groove. Again, you can alternate that between how many times you play it. We then move into group number 2's break, our tambourine, with our da 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 da, by on. Then we move back into the groove, followed by our bell break, which is the 8 hits that we've just done, and then the bells move into bell part number 2. The groove will continue. We're then going to go back into a group 2 break on our tambourines, and that break resets our bells back, so when we move into the groove, the bells would play bell part 1. We then finish with our call and our big ending. Now on this piece, there are a few optional extras that you can choose if you want to. So for instance, you could have the bells only playing for half of the groove at a time. You could have a build coming in, the build that we looked at the beginning of this episode. And the build works once bells have got to their new part, bell part 2, we then add a build for those 16 beats before moving back into the groove. Now these are all optional extras, but what they give our piece is a real depth and understanding from you guys that you know how to play samba. It shows off your expertise and shows off how far you've developed so far through this series. And so now me and Dave have produced the full structure into a video for you to watch, so you can see how all the parts integrate within each other. We've used some optional extras, but have a look and watch, because soon it's going to be your turn to have a go.
Now we'd like you to have a go at playing the entire piece. You can follow the structure that we've laid out. You can add the optional extras such as the build, bringing the bell in halfway through the groove if you like. Or you can just play it straight and follow the structure. Press pause and have a go.
Good luck! Welcome back. So how does Bayonne sound? I hope it sounds amazing, and I'm pretty sure it sounds proper rocking.
After we've said goodbye, we'll leave a still screen with keywords and a plenary for your reference regarding this session.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode, and we hope you're really enjoying our Samba series, but more importantly, you're enjoying playing all of your instruments. On the next episode, we're going to be looking at a completely new piece called Batucada, which is really quite fast and exciting. We will see you in episode 5. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Goodbye.